Hey guys, I'm Barry, the MS cyclist. So I just wanted to do a sort of video blog series about living with multiple sclerosis and also trying to, ride a bike quickly, improve, maybe do some races in the future when coronavirus is all over, and yeah, try and get on with it. I was diagnosed maybe 4 years ago now. And when I was first diagnosed with MS, I basically had a look online, saw what the symptoms and what the outcomes were. I read some news stories about people that have MS, and very quickly realized that everything that you see is doom and gloom and wheelchairs and basically your life being over. And it's not really like that. In the 4 years that I've been diagnosed, I've had one really bad bout, which is just finished, and in part prompted me to want to do this video blog. And it was pretty grim. Dizziness, shaky hands. It lasted about 7 weeks. It was pretty horrible. Now, in 4 years, that's not too bad, but it was still pretty rough. Um, so, what is MS? First of all, well, it's a condition that affects the brain, the spinal column, and the long and short of it is that your immune system decides that the lining of the brain and the spinal column is to be attacked. It's an invader, and it's to be attacked. So it's like an immune system that's too good, and it can vary from person to person. There's different types of MS, but there is no cure. There are drugs that you can take. I have some of mine here. I take one of these tablets every day, and it keeps things at bay. Slightly reduces your immune system, but nothing really to worry about. And what symptoms? Well, when I was diagnosed with MS, it's funny. They really couldn't tell me anything in particular as a symptom. When I said what could be a symptom of MS, and they went, well, it could be you could be tired. You could have blurred vision or numbness or muscle stiffness or bad balance, and I was like, okay, and how do I know if I'm having an MS attack? Because it comes in waves. You'll get one and then you'll be fine for a year, 2 years, 4 years, time, whatever. How will you know? Well, it could be maybe, perhaps, and there was a lot of maybes and perhapses and possiblies, and not a lot of definites and hard answers. And I like hard answers, so I found it pretty difficult to deal with being told, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Anyway, so my most recent attack, it started about 8 weeks ago, and I was really dizzy, and my hands were shaking. I had sort of tremors along my hands, and just fatigue like I have never ever known. Just the most tired I've ever been in my life, which is, it's horrible anyway, but my son is almost 2 now, and trying to look after him, and my wife has a full-time job, I have a full-time job, and it's difficult, especially when you literally struggle to put one foot in front of the other. And I used to commute to work on the bike. It's 18, 20 kilometers. I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't drive. Went to the GP, was told You can't drive if you're really dizzy and really shaky. So that was the end of that. And I basically sat at home for 8 weeks. It was horrible. But it is getting better. And I'm getting back to being myself again and being able to ride the bike again, which is great. As you can see behind me, it's hooked up to the turbo because I live in Scotland and the weather is horrible out here. It is currently pouring with rain and I really don't want to go out on the bike in that. So it's on the turbo. So anyway, this was just like a brief introduction about MS, a little about me. What I want to do is I'll stream some stuff on Twitch, like Zwift sessions. I'll review some products, especially bib shorts, because if anyone that knows me will tell you I am cheap as, and I really refuse to pay 120, 150, 180 pounds for a pair of bib shorts. So I have found some pretty good, sub £50 bib shorts. I'll review some of them, and we'll cover some training, and we'll maybe talk about some pro stuff. We're in the close season just now. There's some transfers going on, and we'll see where this takes us. As I say, this blog is really only to put something out there so that if someone like me searches for MS after they've just been diagnosed, they don't just get hit with the Daily Record and the Sun and the Mirror that just show people in wheelchairs and people that can't dress themselves. It does happen, but that's not all that MS is about. So to bring this to a close, I will add some links in the descriptions to things like Twitch, Zwift profiles, Strava profiles, and things like that, so you can follow on some ride-ons. Maybe I'll see you out in Zwift, and I'll see you around. Thanks.